this next story is a positive one. We have a really positive story here. So, teacher called to protect the Capitol, holds class from Humvee. Now, this is Sergeant Jacob Kohut. He's 34 years old. He's a District of Columbia National Guard member, and he's a music teacher in Fairfax County. And if you look up his name on YouTube, you'll find his YouTube channel where he's playing instruments with his band. And he's got like 60 subscribers. Maybe we can get him a few subscribers today. Tell him you came over from the ScuttleButt Show. He is a member of the National Guard. And what I have here for you guys is a video from the local Fox News affiliate about this, and I wanted to play this for you guys. So let's sit back and react to this video.
Back here in Washington, the downtown area is locked down. National Guard troops at street corners all around the mall, the White House, and the Capitol. Many of those citizen soldiers have a story to tell. Fox 5's Bob Barnard introduces us to one of them.
When he's not standing guard protecting our nation's capital from a potential armed threat from domestic terrorists, D.C. Army National Guardsman Jake Kohut is playing the saxophone in the 257th Army Band, sharing their nifty work on YouTube. But it's what Kohut does in the civilian world that is winning Jake praise this week. You see, he's a music teacher, holding down the fort and teaching classes from the...
Really quick, if you've ever been in a Humvee, it is not the most friendly place to be doing anything. First of all, everything's made out of steel, okay? Like literally everything is made out of steel with sharp edges. So you move around in any direction a little bit and you're banging your leg, you're banging your shoulder, you're banging your head. I'm surprised he's chilling in there playing the flute without a helmet on because he's probably bashing his head, but you see his helmet's right there to his left side. The temperature is always going to be either extremely hot or extremely cold somehow. I don't know how that works, but it's just a fact of the matter. And he's got his speaker up here on top of a notebook, which is probably likely sitting on top of a radio. Just the fact that he's going through the trouble of sitting in this Humvee, which sucks. And I will tell you too, there is no way there's good acoustics in there. I will say that. And he's going on Zoom or whatever he's on, which I don't know how he's getting internet service in there, I'll tell you that. But anyway, he's in there. He's got his mask on, which is like probably because the cameraman's in there with him. He's got his headphones on, shades on top of his head, which they should not be there. It's a uniform infraction, and I'm going to have to head out there and correct him on that. But he's got everything else going on. He's sitting in there in this Humvee. This is the main thing I want to focus on here. He's sitting here in his Humvee, which is not conducive to a learning environment, not a comfortable place, and he's going through the trouble to make this happen for his students, which I think is really, really, really notable and good for him.
Back seat of his Humvee.
It was just really important for me to try to be able to get to as many classes as I could if my shifts allowed for it. So it's been really cool. I had to coordinate some stuff, but the team leaders here and then my principals back at school have been working to make this work,
Dr. Kohut is getting showered with love and songs from the students and staff at Canterbury Woods Elementary School in...
I love a good GIF. Like the right GIF at the right time. It's not a GIF. It's a gift. It's a gift. It just makes you feel so good. Hits you just in the feels. You know what I mean? You're like, yes, that's the right GIF at the right time. And I love that. Good GIF. Good GIF usage.
Annandale. Zoe Bishop is one of Dr. Kohut's students.
I got a vibe that he was happy and he was in a good place and he liked where he was.
That gives you comfort then, right?
Mm-hmm.
The school sharing Dr. Kohut's story on Twitter for the whole world to see.
He's sacrificing for our country. He's, a very short notice, obviously, was asked to do this, and he has a family and he has his job that he does on a regular basis. And so we're all just so proud that he's serving our country, helping to protect our capital, helping to make sure that, we can have a peaceful transfer of power and that we can do what we do in this country every day.
Dr. Kohut is one of about 15,000 National Guardsmen in Washington this week for the inauguration next week. They are citizen soldiers, and he's getting a lot of love on social media. The school tweeting, "This is what a hero looks like." Matt Kralevec writing, "As a U.S. Marine, I am humbled watching these citizen soldiers step into the breach to defend our democracy." For Jake Kohut, being of a musical mind helps ease the stress of this job.
There's never not a piece of music in my head. There's never not a piece of music. The question is which piece of music and how does that relate to the situation? So, for me this week, it's been Puccini's opera, Suor Angelica. It's a very powerful opera. And there's something about allowing yourself to become vulnerable to the emotions in the music that helps put perspective on what you're actually feeling in real life, if that makes sense,
Sounds good to us, Dr. Kohut. Thanks for all the work you're doing. In the district, Bob Barnard, Fox 5 Local News.
All right, so big shout out to Dr. Jacob Kohut. I don't know what he's a doctor of. I assume PhD of something, but I just wanted to share that story because not only is, by the way, Scotty in the chat, what's up? I want to share that story because not only is it a nice story and good for him, and he's going out there way out of his way to, be a good National Guardsman, be a good soldier. He's called on to go out there, but there's a few other things too there's a few things I want to unpack about this story. If you guys bear with me for just a second. First, doctor. They call him a doctor. Like I said, I assume PhD. I assume he's a PhD of music or something like that. Having that education in music is a big part of becoming a military band member. So like the Navy band, the Army band, Marine Corps band, Air Force band, whatever, you name it. A big part of that is having a legit formal education in music. They look for that. It's a big part of the process. You have to know however many instruments. You have to be really talented. You have to be able to read music and have that education. So he is out there, a PhD. He has a job. He's a teacher, and then he's a sergeant in the National Guard. He's not an E7 and E8. He's not an 04 and 05. He's an E5. He goes out there every day as an E5 in the National Guard, citizen soldier, and he goes out there wherever they need him, wherever he gets deployed to. So right now he's out in D.C., with that at the Capitol, the National Guard activated in the Capitol, and he's doing his job as an E5 in the Army, which is hard. He's stroking. That's hard. That's grunt work. You're still an E5, okay? You're out there putting in work. That is the humble servant leadership. That is the selfless service, the sacrifice of so many veterans, especially we've leaned so hard as a country, as a military, on the National Guard and reserve component of the military since 2001. So many National Guard has been deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, other humanitarian missions around the world. Not only that, but responding to every national crisis, the National Guard gets activated to go to hurricanes, earthquakes, typhoons, all the different, weather phenomenon, I guess, all these different things. And the National Guard always responds to this. And I don't know if you guys remember ever being in a movie theater back when that was possible, and you're waiting for them. By the way, I'm a movie fanatic. Movie theaters like churches to me. Like, it's just a peaceful place to me. And I miss movie theaters big time, and I can't wait to go back to a movie theater. But you're in the movie theater, and those commercials are playing before the previews start, okay? And they have the National Guard commercial, and it shows them doing their thing, and it's like very emotional. I always find it to be very emotional. I have a ton of respect for the National Guard. The National Guard are people who go out there to defend our homes, right? To defend our hometowns. In addition to that, they get deployed overseas. And since the post-9/11 war on terror, the military has leaned on the National Guard so hard, so many deployments after deployments after deployments. And now, even with like this crazy thing of being deployed to the Capitol, there he goes. And what does he do? He makes the time to teach his students via the internet, sitting in the back of a Humvee. This is just a beautiful, beautiful story, right? Beautiful story. So shout out to Jacob Kohut and the National Guard. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching that clip from our live show. We're live right here on YouTube, Sunday through Thursday, 1800 Pacific Standard Time. If you want, come on by, join the chat. I'd love to hear from you. If you like that video and you want to see more, consider checking out this video right here or subscribing to the channel with this button right here. I look forward to talking to you really soon. I'm out for now.